Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Mongooli Show. We've been off for a little bit with Cosmic Crucible, but we're back this week. We won day one because our opponent didn't play, but whatever. A win is a win. And so we're here on day number 2 going up against Clark. Now, Clark's got 72 million TCP, so he does have us beat by not by that much, only by about 3 million. But that being said, he's got a pretty decent defense. This is going to take a little bit of effort to get through it. Let's jump in and see what he's got. All right, so in room number 1, he has Superior 6, and you can't see it, but he does have a purple ISO Raider on his Green Goblin Classic, so that means we can't really ability block him, so that's going to be a bit of pain in the butt. They are 2.7 million points, so they're relatively strong, but not crazy. Room number 2, we've got the Black Order with Thanos and Quicksilver. Very small team, but something that you do not have to... You should respect to some level, even though they are fairly small. Room number 3, we've got the Spider Society. It's the full one, 2.9 million. Room number 4, we've got this Old Man Logan Nightcrawler combo. They've even got a Black Knight in there just to make it a bit more of a nightmare for us. That's coming in at 3 million points. This is going to be a tough room if we don't play it right. Room number 5 is just Extreme X-Men. They've got Bishop and Rogue in there for a bit of taunting so that we can't go after Forge right away. But the fact that this team doesn't have Nightcrawler on it does mean that we are not quite as afraid of it as we should be. Now, room number 6 is really interesting. I've never seen this composition because Gladiator is relatively new to the game, and he's already got him fairly well built up. So we're going to try a couple of things here and see what works. Hopefully we can get through this in one, but if we can't, we do have a couple of backup options. Let's jump right into room number 1 and see how we can do. All right, for room number 1, what we're going to do is take our Bifrost team. Now, this is a sack team. This is not something we're expecting to win, but I'm hoping that my Vol is big enough that we can at least do some damage to them, soak up an ultimate or two, and then we're going to come in here with our Illuminati. Now, we don't have Captain Britain because I just don't have that kind of a wallet, so we're going to hope that we can get the job done with what we've got of the Captain of the Illuminati, with them being exhausted. So we're planning on dying here, unfortunately, and coming in for a second round. Let's get the first round over with. Hopefully we can take 1 or 2 of them with us, but I'm not really thinking it's likely. All right, so right off the hop, Green Goblin's going to do his ultimate, and that's going to do a bunch of damage, flipping all of our positives into negatives, which is not exactly what we want to see. Lizard's going to come through and wipe out our Loki, but he doesn't... Oh, and Sylvie. And there goes Beta Ray Bill. Okay, so we did literally nothing to them, but we did take away their ultimate, I guess. So, moral victory? All right, so now that we've got the sack done with the original team, they didn't really do a whole lot, but we're going to go back in with our Illuminati. They are exhausted now, and they've used a couple of their ultimates, or 2 of their ultimates, I guess. So, hopefully this will get the job done. We have somebody in chat who said that they did this on about the same amount of punch up. Their team was all a little bit bigger, except for their Iron Man, who was much smaller. So I don't know exactly how this is going to work out, but we'll give it a shot, and hopefully we find a good counter, and worst case scenario, we'll come back for a 3rd time. All right, so we're going to do our Shuri special onto the Green Goblin. I know that he's going to just shake it off because he is a Raider, but there we go. That's probably going to be the end of our Iron... Oh, it actually didn't do that much damage to our Iron Man. That's not too bad. Can we just wipe off their Green Goblin off the face of the earth? He's taking a decent amount of damage. I'm not sad about that. We will want to deal with their Dr. Octopus at some point in the very near future before he can start. Holy cow! All right. In the very near future appears it to be now. So that worked out very well. Almost makes me wonder how we would have done. We probably would have just died initially if we tried this without the sack, but man, that makes me tempted to have tried it. All right, for room number 2, we're going up against their Black Order along with a Quicksilver. Now, most of their team is fairly small here, so I'm thinking we're probably going to wipe out most of them pretty quickly, and hopefully we can go a little bit faster than their Thanos so we can get in before he ultimates. That's kind of the game plan here. I know that it's a really small little team, but it would be really unfortunate to lose any points to this team at all because we're going to need as much as we can for the bigger teams in the later rooms. So let's jump into this with the new Warriors, and hopefully we can just outspeed them, essentially. All right, so we're going to go with our ultimate here. We're going to give our team a whole bunch of positives here. We're probably going to kill at least 1 or 2 of the 3 really little guys here. And we're just going to focus on Thanos and apply the pressure to him as much as we possibly can. We didn't get anybody, but man, they are low. They're going to fall down pretty easily, hopefully. And then, you know, Deathpool can just kind of do her thing, keep attacking, keep the pressure on. They don't have the threat on this guy, which is really nice. We can keep attacking into Thanos. There goes the one in the back. So that's going to trigger Death Pool probably whenever the other animations get done. There she goes. Almost took him out in one hit, but kind of glad that she didn't, because now when we hit Thanos, it should kill him, and that'll trigger her again, which is actually really good for us. Assuming he dies. He didn't quite, unfortunately, but Thanos being blind and Quicksilver being blind is both really good for us. So that's nice. They brought in the Scarlet Witch, but we're not too concerned about that. They flipped all their positives to negatives, but they didn't do a ton of damage to us. That's going to hurt. Yeah, that was a little unfortunate, unfortunately. Okay. We can't spread anything from him to anybody else. We don't really want to waste our ultimate here, so I guess we go with the basic. He's awfully low, but he does have a lot of death proofs, so... No, maybe we do try and steal, because we could use the life here. Burn through all of his death proofs. There he goes. Perfect. Thanos is getting nice and low. That does take out our one person, but that's fine. This is pretty much exactly what I didn't want to have happen. This should work. There we go. Okay, Quicksilver's down. Doesn't trigger her. Oh, it does trigger her ability. So now we're in pretty good shape. We lost more people than I would have liked to have, unfortunately, but there's no way Scarlet Witch manages to win the day. So there we go. It's a win. It's not as clean as a win as I would have liked, but I'll take a win regardless. All right, for room number 3, they've got their entire Spider Society team here, and we're going to come at this with our Secret Defenders as well as Cosmic Ghost Rider. Now, the point is, you've got Black Cat and Ghost Rider here who can both do ability blocks, and you want to make sure that their Pavitar and their Peter B stay ability blocked for as long as humanly possible, because you don't want them healing, and Pavitar does a ton of damage, so if you can negate that as much as possible, you should be in good shape. Let's jump in, and hopefully we can make this work. This is a little bit of a trickier fight, so fingers crossed. All right, so their Noir is going to go first, do his little attack there. No real issues. We're going to go straight into Peter at first. Get rid of a bunch of their evades, and then we should be able to... Is this a stun? In my brain, stun and ability block are interchangeable, but that's fine. So we stunned him, so that's great for us. Now, can we do something to Pavitar? Hopefully landing this. Beautiful. And now we're going to go hard into Peter. Giggity. That sounds awful. All right. That did incredibly nothing. That was a little bit better. Attack all enemies for 300. Flip 2 positives. Apply stun to the enemy protector with the highest speed, ignoring taunt and stealth. All right. Let's just try and do some damage to Peter. Nope, we are starting to fall down, unfortunately. Pavitar's almost down. Maybe we can just manage to get him. We lost the guy in the back. That's great for us. Peter's stunned and blinded. Let's see if we can just get rid of their damage dealer. That's great for us. That was just a bonus getting rid of her in the back. Now we can really focus on Peter. It doesn't even really matter now. He doesn't even have a team to heal. But if we can just get rid of him, I'll take it. He doesn't have his revive over here, so it's now just a 3-on-1, and he is out. Nice. My energy level is shit right now. I'm just tired. I'm sorry. For room number 4, they've got their Old Man Logan and Nightcrawler combo. Now, this can speed each other up and be kind of a nightmare, and they've got a Black Knight in there as well, so we have to focus on the Black Knight with his taunt. Captain America can get a taunt, so we can be a little while before we get to the Old Man Logan, and in that time, he's going to go crazy on us and take a lot of turns. Now, the nice thing is, if we bring in our Cabal, that's actually going to negate their ability to do that. That's going to slow them down and stop their ability to build up the speed, which is really, really good for us. We've got a couple of heroes on their team, so Vulture will get a little bit of a speed up. So I'm hoping he'll be able to go get a couple of crits on, speed our team up even more. And Kingpin, while maybe not on a maybe a bit of an unorthodox choice, he's going to spawn in with a minion, and so when Nightcrawler takes his turn, he's going to stun/kill the minion and not stun one of our team members. At least that's the hope. Fingers crossed. So I've never seen this composition here. I'm hoping it'll work. It is now a bit of a punch down as opposed to some of the other things we were looking at. So let's jump in and see if this works. Maybe we found something really cool here, or maybe it's going to fail horrendously. We won't know until we try. All right, so first thing we're going to do, we have to attack their Black Knights. We're going to jump into him with our special here on Vulture. Doesn't look like it landed, but we did stun the minion, so that worked out as intended. The minion goes down, and that's fine with us. We're going to spawn a couple more, actually. Old Man Logan's going crazy on that side of the board, but he's killing and attacking the minions, and I'm pretty okay with that because the rest of our team is walking out relatively unscathed. So, again, we're still stuck behind the taunt, so we're going to just keep attacking into the Black Knight until that taunt goes away, and we get some options. This should get rid of the taunt as well as a bunch of the other stuff. Worst case scenario, it's going to get rid of the elusives, but it should... Yeah, it cleared a couple of the other stuff as well as the elusives, so that's not bad. Now we're stuck behind a taunt from Captain America, which we knew was coming, but we hope to have a little bit of time in between that we could get another punch or two in. We don't have the ultimate available for us yet, but this special here is still pretty darn strong. So let's see if we can get rid of a Black Knight. We didn't get rid of Black Knight, but we did get rid of the Captain America with the splash damage. I'm okay with that. Black Knight down. Now we do still have to deal with an Old Man Logan along with his revive, which is kind of a pain in the butt. This is going to hurt. If Namor can survive long enough to do an ultimate, we might be in okay shape. Let's go for Nightcrawler. There we go. Okay. Doing the ultimate into Old Man Logan. Nightcrawler's gone. Old Man Logan's down for the first time. Going to come back and heal all the way up. Dakin's gone entirely. So now we've got a 3-on-1 situation. But unfortunately with Old Man Logan, that doesn't necessarily guarantee a win. This time, however, it did. So I'm very excited about that. I like that we got through that on one hit. The team did pretty much exactly what I wanted to do. Again, we are losing teammates the entire way along. None of these have been really clean wins. But I'll get through, like, winning on the first try, even as a not clean win, is still pretty decent, and I'll take it. All right, for room number 5, we've got their Extreme X-Men along with Bishop and Rogue. Now, this is a composition that I've never actually tried before, or at least I tried in room number 1, I think, and it didn't go very well, but I've heard great things about this. We just went through the kits again really quickly, and this could be a lot of fun. Cable's here just to make our team go a little bit faster. We're going to kill their Bishop right away, which will give our team both speed up and their team defense down, which is going to do wonderful things for us. Now, after that, unfortunately, we might get stuck behind their Rogue for a little bit, but with Guardian here being able to flip the taunts, we should be able to get past that, go for Forge, and be in really good shape. You don't necessarily want to do this if they've got a Nightcrawler on their side of the board, but because they don't have a Nightcrawler, this might be a fun thing to try. It is the tiniest bit of a punch up, but I'm not too worried about it. I think we're going to be good here. Let's jump in and hopefully make the Canadian team actually do something. All right, so we're going to go with the ultimate here. It's going to apply slow for a bunch of turns. This might just do the damage on Bishop that we need right off the bat. Okay, so right off the hop, they lost their Bishop, which should give us a speed up and give them a defense down. We don't have a taunt on Rogue yet, but they are going to take a couple of turns here. That's going to give the taunt to her. That's fine. This is not... Can't be blocked or counterattacked. Can be dodged, though. So we're just going to go with the basic here. If we can get... Oof, okay, Cable went down, but we knew that was going to happen. North Star went down. That's truly unfortunate. Let's get some energy on our team. And... Oh, I wasn't thinking Guardian would get kicked in between that attack. That's very rough for us. This is not going at all well. Goddamn Team Canada. You're supposed to do something. I'm going to try that again. All right, for room number 5, we tried it with the Canadian team. They could not get it done. Unfortunately, because of their bishop placement, we killed the bishop, and then their entire team went insane and just wiped us out. So we did end up backing out. Maybe we should have stuck around and got them exhausted. Maybe that would have been the better play. But I was thinking I would try that again, and then realized with the bishop where he is, that's not a good option. So we're going to go back to the tried and true, go with the Masters of Evil. We still want to save Apocalypse for the next room, though, so we're going to go with Doom instead of Apocalypse, and hopefully that'll make this work. I would love to make this kill in 2 attacks and not 3, but worst case scenario, we'll let this one stand and come back with the exhausted team and hopefully finish them off. All right, so again, we are stuck behind the taunt from him, and unfortunately that means if we kill him, their team's going to go a little bit insane. So I kind of think we want to... I mean, we're probably going to kill him no matter what we do because he's just really small. But we're going to attempt to not, just in case. There we go. And he's not taunted anymore. Perfect. Let's switch over here and do some serious damage to Forge if we can. Maybe we get lucky and we can ability block him. Let's go here so it hits as most people as possible. All right. A stunned Cyclops is pretty good for us. Go back to him. He's got the evade, but we're going to get rid of that pretty quickly. And then hit him hopefully with somebody a little harder. Don't kill Doom. Okay, Doom's down. That's unfortunate. Bishop's down. That's really bad for us. Now we need to get this attack in quickly. We don't have the vulnerable on her, unfortunately, so we're only going to get the 1 attack in. But let's see. Maybe we get lucky here. And no, we didn't do nearly enough damage. But Cyclops is still hurt, so that's not nothing. It's not nothing. That's bad for us. And is he just going to bring back Bishop? No, but he did bring back the entire team. My goodness. This team should not have been this hard for the size they are. Maybe we did need to bring Apocalypse in. That seems like a waste, but we got to do something. Let's go after Forge. I'm not sure if we want to kill Rogue, because I don't know if we're making it through this one regardless. Let's do this so we gain the taunt at least. Maybe they leave Kang alone for 10 seconds. Probably won't matter. Nope, Kang's gone. Okay, so we'll have to come into this for the 3rd time. On the plus side, they will be exhausted and not have a bishop. But on the negative side, it means 3 attacks into a team that should not have taken more than 1. So that's really brutal for us. We're probably going to full clear, but we're going to do it with a really, really bad efficiency, and that's going to hurt a lot. All right, so this might seem a little bit ridiculous, but now that they're exhausted and they don't have a bishop, we are going to try this counter again. Going hard on Forge, we can flip the taunt if Rogue does get it so we don't get stuck behind her. We should be able to make this work. The biggest issue is getting rid of Forge before somebody else dies. Now, obviously, Cable's pretty low. He's probably going to die fairly quickly, but he should give us a bit of a speed bonus at the very beginning, so that's the hope. So let's try this. Worst case, this is our last attack into this room. I'm going to feel really bad if we lose to this team again that we should have beaten in 1, but we just wanted to save Apocalypse for the next room. So here we go. Let's try. Feeling significantly less confident than I was a minute ago. All right, so we want to stun Gambit if we can. Apply slow, disrupted, 1 for prolong, all negative, except... Yeah, this doesn't... All right. So we're going to do the ultimate into Forge. Again, we're going to try and focus on Forge. We do want to stun Gambit if we can, when we can. Cable's gone instantly, which we pretty much expected. And then this one can apply stun. Flip immunity and apply stun. Do we want to stun Gambit or Forge? Gambit's going to do way more damage, but Forge is going to go crazy if we kill somebody. Or do we save this? No, I think she already did her ultimate. We should be fine there. I think we do this stun on Gambit, and then we go hard into Forge. Because if Gambit can't clap back, don't die. And then we go hard on Forge. Cyclops being gone is actually pretty okay with us because then Forge can't really go crazy. Let's build up some power and drop some bombs. Didn't do as much damage as I was hoping, but I'll still take it. Forge is blind. Forge is dead. Forge is dead. Perfect. Okay. Now we go hard on the Gambit. And now we just win. Super ugly win, but a win. Super ugly because it took 3 tries. All right. I'll take it. We're going to lose this day so hard. We took so many multiple turns that we probably didn't need to take. Oh, well. For science. All right, so it's been a bit of an ugly matchup so far, but we made it to room number 6. We've cleared everything else. Now we're going up against their Annihilators with Super Skrull and Val. We're going to bring in a couple of Annihilators of our own, as well as our Apocalypse and Red Skull. Red Skull is going to give Apocalypse a bit of extra bonuses, and Dormammu to try and give this team a bit more life. It is still a little bit of a punch-up, but I'm hoping we'll be able to make this work. Now, our Ultimus is going to do some nasty things to their Gladiator, but their Gladiator is unfortunately bigger than ours is, and they've also got an Ultimus, so he's probably going to ruin our Gladiator's day. So that could be a little bit rough. We do have the Revive for him, though. I don't remember if Ultimus is killed allows you to not come back from Revive. Probably should have looked that up ahead of time. So we're going to give this a shot and kind of pucker up and pray a whole lot. We've got a whole bunch of stuff left over if we want to try and do this, but we need to do this. We need to get at least rid of a couple of them, or else this is going to be a very, very tough room, even for cleanups. Let's jump in and pray. Nothing better than having high confidence going into a match. High confidence, low energy. It's a winning combination. Oh my god. All right, so their Super Skrull goes first. Doesn't land the ability block because we have Safeguard and Immunity, which is nice, but unfortunately, their Gladiator does exactly what we thought he would do and come in and kill our guy. Now, the question is, are we going to be able to return the favor for them because they don't have the Revive? I'm not sure. Our Gladiator's pretty big, but their Gladiator is no slouch. We did basically no damage to him. Did give him the ability block and Disrupted, which is nice, but not great. Apocalypse is holding strong. Everybody else is looking pretty hurt. All right, we've got the ability to go off with Apocalypse. We can't attack the person we actually want to attack. And nobody's got vulnerables. 2 of them have already done their ultimates. I guess it matters less with this attack. It's more about the Falcon Punch, which one we're going to go after. Let's... God, I wish we could hit Super Skrull. Okay, we got rid of one of them. Super Skrull gets rid of most of our team. Maybe we just, like, Gladiator's pretty weak. Maybe we just try and put him down before the match ends. We're definitely going to have to come back in here a second time. And I don't think we're killing any of the main guys. My god, the Gladiator's life is pretty big for how small he is. That's the end of Ultimus? Yeah, that's the end of Ultimus. Our probably last attack of this match. Yeah, that's pretty brutal. Let's see what we got to clean it up with. All right, round two of room number 6. We're bringing our Eternals, our Tangled, and our Quicksilver. They will be exhausted, but they're still fairly built up, and unfortunately, Super Skrull is going to just do nasty things to us, probably. We're going to hopefully try and take a couple more of them out. Maybe we get super lucky, but I don't know. I don't know how well this is going to do, unfortunately, but we do still have some options left over. If we can at least full clear, even if we don't win the day, I'll at least take the moral victory. Let's give it a shot. All right, so Super Skrull's coming in, only doing his basic, it looks like, which is actually pretty good for us. We are stuck behind a taunt, unfortunately. Let's see if we can get some charges on our team so we can take a little bit less damage, a few less hits. Nobody has death proof, so whatever. We'll just... Get some hits in. We're still stuck behind that taunt. Oh my god. And the ultimate goes off and just nukes us. Absolutely nothing. Just got your first win in Diamond. Nice. What's up, Benny? How you doing? We are getting absolutely pantsed by this team. Yeah, this is a serious defensive team. I'm nervous because, like, I want to use his ultimate, but also that's just going to give them more power, and, like, I don't want Super Scroll to ult again anytime soon. Like, was that our mistake? Was using, like, the 2 or 3 ultimates at the very beginning, just building his power up so quickly? Or do we just go for it because we have to and just try and do as much damage as we can? At this point, we're obviously coming in for a third time regardless, but I don't want to walk in with a third team directly into a Super Scroll ultimate if I can help it. I don't know if we just go Scorched Earth or what. If we could survive long enough to eat his second ultimate, I'd be okay with that, but I don't think we're going to. F it. Watch the world burn. Like, for how relatively low their Guardian is, he's taking a shit ton of punishment. It really scares me for what that team's going to look like when Guardian's like 7 red stars and diamonds and stuff, right? Like, he has taken everything we've thrown at him, multiple ultimates, and he's like, yeah, it's fine. Which, I mean, I guess if you're going by the comic book character, that's legitimate, but like, in game, that's terrifying for him being, I think he was a 4-star. Can we please just put you out of my misery? Jesus Christ. All right. Okay, so we got the other ultimate off. That's decent. So, I mean, I don't think there's any world where we beat them at this point, but at least we're sticking in a little bit. Stop healing. Just die. All right. Running out of time. If we can at least get rid of Silver Surfer. What are you doing? Get back here. Come on. Put him down. Put him down. There we go. Okay. Okay. Cool. It's the best we could have hoped for. Now we only have to kill 2 people when we come back. Unfortunately, one of them is a Super Skrull, but, you know, it's something. All right, for attack number 3 into this room, we're going in with Nova, Kestrel, Omega Red, and 2/3 of the Undying team. We only have 2 members left to kill, but because one of them is Super Skrull, I'm pretty sure we're just feeding him fodder at this point, but it's kind of the best we can come up with, so let's see if we can manage this. It is a nice little punch down, but I think we're not going to clear this room, unfortunately. That's my guess. Let's see if we can do it. All right. Scooper Scroll is hiding. Clear all barrier. Clear 3 death proof, which he doesn't have. Attack all enemies for 350. Spread negative effects from primary target. Love to have done that to Skrull, but so be it. Let's do this as it should hit both. Well, that actually did a decent amount of damage to Skrull, but he healed, so it didn't really matter, but it did for a second there do well. All right, down to 1. Decent amount of damage. Come on. There we go. Okay. Took 3 tries, but we got there. Ish. Now to see how incredibly badly we lost the day by. Hopefully he has played. I'd love it if he can clear some of ours. Worst case scenario, we did get the full clear, so I'll take it. All right, 48,122 is not a great score, but it's not horrendous. Let's see, did he play yet? Oh, is he in the middle of playing, or is he done and he couldn't get it done? Let's see, let's see, let's see. There's still a chance. All right, he did clear room number 1, but it took 2 tries. He cleared room number 2 easily. 3 easily. 4 could not clear, so that's a win for us. He couldn't get through it. That's all we really needed to see. I love it. All right, that's 2-0 this week. That's better than we've done in the last couple of weeks. Kind of doesn't matter how we do tomorrow, but obviously we're going to try our best. Thank you all so much for hanging out with me. That one took a lot of time and effort, and chat was really helpful with that, so I'm glad we were able to pull that out. So come back tomorrow. We'll see how we do on day number 3, and then unfortunately, I am off all weekend. I'm going away camping with my family, so you will not be getting a news report this weekend from me, unfortunately. However, if you want to see them in the future, you want to see more Cosmic Crucible battles, you want to be live in chat, and you want to hang out with us, head over to twitch.tv/The Mongooli Show. Hit that follow button so you never miss an episode going forward. And if you made it this far in the video, you probably enjoyed it. Hit that like button as it does help out quite a bit. And hit subscribe so you see everything going forward here on YouTube. And as always, I hope you're safe, I hope you're well, and good luck to you.